Door County is one of those destinations that everyone tells you have to visit when coming to Wisconsin. Located on a peninsula tucked between the waters of Green Bay and Lake Michigan, Door County is a rural and quaint getaway filled with scenic views, adorable towns, great beer and cider, and beautiful coastlines. Join us this week as we get up close and personal to Door County's natural beauty, food, and age-old traditions, and see what makes this area so special.
Our Door County explorations began in Sister Bay, one of the most developed towns on the northeastern tip of the peninsula, and also home to one of the most iconic stops in the area, Al Johnson's. Al Johnson's has been a Door County breakfast and lunch staple for over 58 years, but became famous in 1973 after the addition of Scandinavian-style grass roofs, complete with grazing goats added by Johnson's wife, Ingrid. These adorable goats can be seen munching or sunbathing most days, weather permitting. The restaurant's cozy traditional Scandinavian decor and authentic Swedish menu, including pickled herring, Swedish pancakes served with lingonberries, and homemade meatballs, made us feel like we were transported to another country. We spent the remainder of the day scooting around the small towns that dot the peninsula, enjoying the countryside and making our way to the Scenic Highway 42 drive at the northernmost point of Door County, where the road winds for 1.5 miles before ending at the vehicle and passenger ferry dock to Washington Island.
One of the cool things about Door County is there's tons of cute little towns that you can explore that aren't super far from each other. Within a 30-45 minute drive, you can explore a completely new area. Today, we drove about 10 minutes from Sister Bay to Ellison Bay, which is home to Island Orchard Cidery. They grow all of their apples and pears that are used in their cider on Washington Island, and they have super unique flavors. We got a ginger cider, an apple cherry cider, which is the bomb. We got one that was like cold fermented with honey. They have an apple lavender cider. This is definitely a cool place to visit. You can come here and do a tasting, but if you're shopping in some of the local grocery stores or some of the farm stands, you'll actually find their cider for sale there, and I definitely suggest giving it a try, because Door County, literally as you're driving, you just see orchard upon orchard upon orchard. So apples is what they're known for. Ciders is just one of the lovely products that can come from that. I'm definitely enjoying this as a nice little stop off after our delicious but very filling breakfast. I've been saying like the whole day, I just need a nap. It
hasn't happened yet.
But now I definitely need a nap after the cider. This is the ginger and it's so good. Unlike commercial ciders, which have a lot of residual sugars added to them, which increases the sweetness, these are done in an old school style where it doesn't have any residual sugars. It's much more like a champagne or a brut, kind of like white wine would be. So it's really crisp and fresh. But we do want to know in the comments below if you're noticing an improvement in our video quality. We did just upgrade our equipment. Thanks to the help from our patrons, it's been a big goal of ours to be able to buy a new camera and audio gear to improve the quality for all. So thank you very much, patrons, for your continued support. We are so grateful for you. Cheers to that. A must stop when you're coming to the peninsula is Waseda Farms. It is hands down the best place to stock up on all the fresh goodies. It's an organic farm that has pasture grass-fed animals here. You can buy a huge selection of meats. They have lamb, chicken, pork, beef, and then they have so many different varieties of fresh vegetables. This is our third stop here on the peninsula, I think, and we are just in love. It's also a Harvest Host, so you can actually stay here overnight if you're a part of the Harvest Host network. We've just been making this be our pit stop to get all of the fresh goodies where we've been cooking at home, but it's so worth it. And they have like really cool gardens that you can kind of walk around, tour, see their goats. It's so important to know where your food comes from. So I love being able to visit farm stands like this, where you're actually getting truly local fresh food and you can see where and how it's grown. It's awesome. And if you're not coming all the way north to the peninsula, they do have a farm stand south of Green Bay, or just outside of the Green Bay area, so you can still stock up on all of your tasty treats. Peninsula State Park, you're beautiful. There's so many trails hikes, vistas, overlooks, scenic drives, sunset paths that we could have explored during our stay that unfortunately we just didn't get to. This is a huge state park with so much to see. But tonight we were able to squeeze away from our errands and work to watch the sunset at Svens Bluff. It's a pretty epic spot to watch the sunset. There are tons of city, county, and state parks all throughout Door County for people to enjoy and get outside and be in nature. From hiking trails to kayak spots to beaches to relax on, there's no shortage of outdoor activities. And while we haven't visited as many parks as we would have liked, today we are getting outside and enjoying some of the beautiful coastline of Door County with Cave Point Paddle. They offer kayak and e-bike tours throughout Door County, and we're going to be going on a sea cave tour at Cave County Park. I'm very excited. We did not get to do the Apostle Island sea cave tours, so this will be a new experience for us. It's a perfect day as well, so I think it's going to be awesome.
The Door County Peninsula is part of the Niagara Escarpment, a geological feature that was created by glacial movement during the last ice age. The dolomitic limestone that makes up the escarpment spans from Niagara Falls through Michigan's Upper Peninsula and into Door County, creating bluffs that in some places reach up to 250 feet high. The water clarity allowed us to easily see the entrances of underwater caves that lie below the lake's surface, which can be explored by experienced scuba divers and snorkelers. We were able to kayak into one of the few caves accessible above the water, an exhilarating and unique experience.
That was cool, man. First sea cave experience out of the whole summer trip. I liked it.
Super fun experience.
That was a really rad kayak tour.
I loved being able to see the shoreline from the water. Getting out on a kayak or canoe or being on a boat is the way to do Door County for sure. Cave Point Kayak and Paddle also offers e-bike tours, so if it's off season where it's not exactly ideal for kayaking, you can still experience a lot of these parks throughout Door County. And next time when we come back to this area, we are going to be doing a special kayak tour on Death's Door Bluff.
Yeah.
And you can actually see Native American cave drawings on the wall.
Yeah. And apparently you can only see those pictographs from the water, so it's going to be the next time. Yeah.
For sure, next time. If you're interested in booking your own tour when you come here, we will have a link in the description of this video below. Of course, you can go to their website, but mention that we referred you, that you saw it here.
Yeah, tell them we sent you.
If there's one word that likely comes to mind when you think of Wisconsin, it's cheese. Wisconsinites love their cheese. They are called cheeseheads. And they do cheese right up here. Door County, even though there's tons of cute little towns scattered throughout the peninsula, is actually a really rural place filled with tons of farms and farmland, making this an ideal place to make cheese. So today we came to Renard's Cheese Factory. They are artisanal cheesemakers here in Door County, known for incredible variety of cheeses. We're gonna be getting a private tour from Chris Renard, the master cheesemaker here. I cannot wait to see how cheese curds are made. It's kind of like this mythical, magical thing in my mind. I don't love this style, but safety and food health first. It's like lunch lady land.
Well, I wear this net on my head, 'cause my red hair is falling out.
Chris is a certified master cheesemaker, a prestigious title held by fewer than 70 people in the entire state of Wisconsin. The historic factory where Renard's cheese is currently produced dates back to the early 1900s. It was purchased in 1961 by Chris's grandfather, who learned the cheesemaking process there at an early age. It's now been passed down to the third generation of cheesemakers within the Renard family and is currently owned and operated by Chris and his wife Anne. Cheese curds are the first product of the cheesemaking process. It's cheese in its natural shape before being pressed into blocks and aged. Pasteurized milk is pumped into large vats with a bacteria culture and rennet, which helps the milk clot. It's then cut up into small pieces using a mill, creating what we know as curds. The curds continue to be broken up into smaller pieces while separating the whey protein and the water from the cheese. The whey is drained and sold to third parties to make whey protein products like protein powder or even vodka. The cheese curds are then salted or spiced, giving the cheese unique flavor profiles. The Monterey Jack being made today is ghost pepper, the hottest pepper known to man, which packs seriously intense heat. That is no joke. Oh my God. I can feel the pepper in my throat. My eyes are already watering and they just started sprinkling it. Renard's makes both cheese curds and a variety of cheeses, with many of their curds going on to be formed and pressed into cheese before being aged.
Now we're gonna go into a cheese curd blind taste test. Here we go. I'm gonna try to determine if I'm eating a yellow or white curd.
Okay, so what is this one?
I think that was a yellow one. I stand by my earlier statement. Number 1 was yellow, number 2 was white.
Wrong.
Oh, we just learned that there's not a difference in cheese curds except for a natto color in the yellow ones. So I got duped.
Chicken soup Monterey Jack. What? The flavors here are super fun. They have all different types of cheese curd flavors, from ranch, sriracha, pesto, tomato basil. As you heard, chicken soup Monterey Jack, cherry chipotle cheddar.
Chicken soup.
This is wild. Chicken soup. Oh my God, it smells like chicken. What? That tastes just like chicken soup. Now I'm trying the hoop cheddar, which is just a traditional cheddar. You can actually pick this up in Florida and other states outside of Wisconsin. Something that makes this cheddar special is they do it in a traditional manner. So they actually put it in a round hoop and press it. So it comes out kind of like a Parmesan wheel would be, and you get a wedge from it. I love cheese, guys. It's 9 a.m., by the way. We've had coffee and now cheese.
Cheese. We're gonna have so much cheese by the time we leave here that I'm not gonna want to eat for the rest of the day. And that's not a bad thing. The thing is, if you want to see cheese curds actually being made, you have to get here super early because they can't make any other cheese for the day until they make the curds. They're always the first thing to get made, always the first thing to get shipped out. We had to wake up super early this morning and we still got here with just enough time to see them finishing the last batch of curds.
If you're getting cheese curds super fresh, like really fresh, like we're getting here at Renard's, it shouldn't be refrigerated for 24 hours. That's what gives it that squeak when you bite. So, pro tip, wait to refrigerate. I'm trying the famous ghost pepper we saw being made back there. It made my eyes water earlier, so let's see what happens once it's in the cheese. That's spicy. Ooh.
It's hot. Whew. That's hot.
Renard's also has another store that you can visit where you can pick up fresh cheese curds, a ton of other artisanal goods. They even have a restaurant called Melt on site as well. So if you're coming in or leaving Door County, this is a definite stop off to get some goodies and fill yourself up. We ended up getting a spinach artichoke grilled cheese and a truffle grilled cheese. The ingredients are super fresh. Look at that cheesy goodness. It's so good. It has a honey truffle on it with the trio cheese, which is Gouda, cheddar, and Parmesan. I love it. This is such a cool experience. Seeing where cheese is made, getting to taste real artisanal cheese that actually has the love put into the cheese making process. It's not just some big factory process. It's so cool. If you're interested in coming here, unfortunately, they don't offer tours like we got to experience today, but in 2 years, hopefully around 2023, they'll be opening up a new factory that will allow people to see the entire process from start to finish, even going as far back as the cow to the farm. So this is definitely something to put on your map if you're coming to Door County in the future. Just gonna enjoy some cheese for now.
We have had such a blast exploring Door County, and we did not have enough time to see even a fraction of what's to offer up here in the peninsula. But it's time for us to head on to the next destination.
Hopefully this video has been helpful for you if you are planning a trip to Door County, or maybe inspiring you to get off the path and visit here for the first time. And if you are looking for more resources, don't forget to visit Travel Wisconsin's website. They have a lot more information on great places to eat, where to stay, things to do, awesome activities or excursions. We want to thank them again for sponsoring this video. We will have more great Wisconsin content coming to you over the next few weeks, so make sure you are subscribed if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
It is an island orchard. What is it called?
Island Orchard Cider.
Okay. About 10 minutes from Sister Bay and Ellis Island on
Ellis Island?
Ellis Bay?
Ellison Bay.
Ellison Bay? Yeah.
That FedEx truck looked so nice, like just barely blurry as it went by.
And if you don't want the waxed wedge, that's it.